I'm delighted to welcome you to another edition of NAFDAC and Your Health, where you get to know about the activities of NAFDAC at safeguarding the health of the nation. I am your host, Amanda Ugo. Today's edition of NAFDAC and Your Health focuses on market control and other strategies being employed by NAFDAC to curb the menace of substandard, counterfeited, and expired products, as well as the activities of the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate of the agency towards ensuring that harmful products are mopped up off the market and destroyed. The edition will also sensitize the public on how to be vigilant as they go shopping during the Yuletide season. Curbing the menace of substandard and falsified food and drugs is a constitutional mandate given to NAFDAC, and the agency has been doing everything possible to put the menace under control. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, under whose leadership the agency has recorded unprecedented success and landmark achievements, explains the strategies of market control employed by the agency.
We need to monitor. We need to make sure that what we approved was not changed on us, because sometimes we approve something and then during the 5-year approval time, sometimes an unscrupulous company, not all companies, may change the content. So it is part and parcel of making sure that we're on top of our market control. We are what I would call anatomy of substandard falsified medicines. We have an economy that is not doing as well as it should do. We have people that have been moved into the poverty line, so to say, or down the poverty line. The times are not good for us in the country. Therefore, unscrupulous companies will seize the opportunity, or not even unscrupulous companies only, people that don't have any business doing manufacturing will start selling substandard falsified medicine because they know they are cheaper. They will sell them cheap, but they are medicines that can kill. So we are sensitive to the economic situation of the country, the fact that people cannot even afford food, not talk of medicine. So it is substandard falsified medicine can be precipitated by so many things. Poverty, economic situation, porous borders, which we have, like the pandemic that we had 3 years ago or 2 years ago. We couldn't go out to inspect at that point. So these are the types of circumstances that can precipitate going around the country. And also, illiteracy in our country. You have to keep repeating it to everybody. Don't buy medicines that are too cheap. If they are very cheap, very, very cheap, you suspect and you report to NAFDAC.
The processes of carrying out investigation and enforcement is not always an easy task for NAFDAC. They come with quite a lot of daunting challenges.
The challenges, death threats. Few weeks ago, our staff were attacked, bleeding, just for inspection, for routine inspection or for course inspection. Hazard to life, that's death threat. Because we don't want bad medicine to get to our people. And the merchants of death are ready to do anything. That's number one. Number two is cost. It is very costly to do post-marketing or to do destruction or inspection for destruction and so on. Post-marketing and enforcement work together a lot. It's very costly because we may need police, we may need soldiers, we may need DSS, we may need civil defense. It's costly, very, very costly. And of course, if we're using intelligence We may need to pay the informants. That is also very, very costly. The time to go after the manufacturers or importers or markets, open markets, is a time that we spend so much time, and there are some things that will not be done at that time, routine things. We were in Kano in February to disrupt the open market, where anything goes. Our staff were almost attacked. We did this with PCN, Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, because both of us are supposed to be monitoring. PCN does the practice, and the practitioner control the pharmacist or patent medicine dealers, any entity that is given approval statutorily to sell medicines. And they almost killed the lawyer of PCN. They attacked the lawyer at the Federal High Court in Kano at the premise. That lawyer has to run back while the court was in session. Another challenge, of course, is trust, confidence level. Because we want to build confidence level in our people in terms of what they take. So we have to keep doing this to let them know that we have quality medicines in the country, manufactured by local manufacturers, of course, and some that we are importing. But sometimes you see this unscrupulous importers or manufacturers messing up the supply chain. That is another challenge. To make sure that our public has high confidence in what we approve.
After all the efforts of enforcement exercises, destruction exercises take place, and seeing the quantity of goods that are routinely destroyed in the exercises, one would wonder how goods of these large numbers are gathered for destruction.
We get goods that are destroyed from people that want to violate our rules and regulations. It may be from distribution sites, it may be from the pharmacy practice setting, from patent medicine practice setting, from open market, from port inspection. If the customs find out that the shipment is questionable, they ask us to come and inspect. If we find substandards of falsified medicines, we seize the consignment and destroy. Sometimes also people or international agencies that have different commodities that they use, sometimes they expire and they call us to come and manage their destruction. So expired drugs, pharmacists can call and say, I have these expired drugs, I need to destroy them. We give them the guidance on what to do to come to our site, or for us to be there when they are trying to destroy.
You have been watching NAFDAC and Your Health. The program continues shortly.
NAFDAC wishes to sensitize the general public on the detrimental effect of alcohol consumption by underage. Underage drinking can result in psychosocial and health problems like poor academic performance, increasing crime rate, alcohol dependency, mental health disorder, cardiovascular problems, kidney and liver diseases, and even death. NAFDAC advises parents and guardians to stop the exposure of young people below 18 to alcohol by asking them to sell or purchase it. Manufacturers must desist from packaging alcohol in sachets and small packs less than 200 ml that are sold in attractive and affordable prices for the underaged. Together, we will fight the scourge of underage alcohol abuse. For more enlightenment on NAFDAC activities, watch NAFDAC and Your Health program every Monday, 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. on TVC, and every Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on NTA. NAFDAC, safeguarding the health of the nation.
Welcome back. You are still tuned to NAFDAC and your health.
Another of such destruction exercises by the Southwest Zone took place on Wednesday, the 11th of December 2024 at the Lapite dump site at Akinyele, Ibadan. Representatives of law enforcement agencies who collaborate with NAFDAC gathered to witness the exercise. Delivering the speech of the NAFDAC Director General, Mrs. Roseline Ajayi, the coordinator of the Southwest Zone and the coordinating director of the zones, explained that the exercise is part of a key function of the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate.
The destruction exercise taking place today in Ibadan is a key component of the functions of the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate, who is charged with the responsibility for investigation of unwholesome, substandard, fake and counterfeit regulated products and to mop them from circulation so as to safeguard the health of the citizens. The effort of ridding the system of unwholesome and substandard regulated products from circulation is being supported by sister agencies represented here, among whom are the Nigerian Customs Service, the Nigerian Police, the Department of State Services, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the Nigerian Law Enforcement Agency, Drug Law Enforcement Agency. And as a matter of fact, every Nigerian is expected to be an ambassador of NAFDAC, joining hands with the agency in the bid to sanitize the food and drug sector in Nigeria. The items for destruction here today are collected from the 5 states of the Southwest Zone, excluding Lagos, of the agency, and Kwara State. Kwara State is of the North Central Zone, but because of the proximity to Southwest Zone, they join us during our destruction exercise. These items include expired products, many of which were voluntarily forfeited by those in the drug distribution channel, unregistered and unwholesome products that were raided from different outlets and warehouses, fake and counterfeit as well as unregistered imported products smuggled into the country.
According to the NAFDAC DG, the goods displayed for destruction were valued at approximately 11 billion naira. Also speaking at the destruction site, the Director, Investigation and Enforcement, Pharmacist Shaba Muhammad, gave the total cost of the goods so far destroyed in the year 2024 and how the members of the public can help NAFDAC in the fight against substandard and fake products, particularly during the festive season.
The destruction that have been done, this year, all over the country amount to 98.6 billion. In the last 2 months, when we did destruction for enforcement, it was 42 billion. Today, South West is destroying 10.991 billion. South East has also done so. North West has also done so. We are waiting for destruction from South and North Central, to also put the figure higher than what I just mentioned. The members of the public can help, by information sharing, giving us intelligence where, can clandestine activities of manufacturing of counterfeit and fake products, or where some things have been imported, or where products that have expired are also being revalidated. So anything that is happening around you, please take it as a civil responsibility to report to NAFDAC.
And now, moving on to NAFDAC news updates. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has warned all dealers of frozen chicken and fish not to distribute or sell unregistered packaged frozen food and banned meat products, particularly the banned products which remain banned within the country, in order to encourage local farmers and producers of frozen food. This warning was given at a one-day sensitization program organized by the Abuja Fish and Frozen Food Sellers Association, Kado Fish Market in Abuja. The director of NAFDAC FCT office, Mr. Kenneth Azikiwe, who represented the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Christiana Adeyeye, at the sensitization, stated that NAFDAC, under the current patriotic and pragmatic Director General, remains resolute in its quest to stamp out illegal production, distribution and sale of unregistered packaged food, water and other regulated products across the country to guarantee the safety and health of all citizens, especially during this festive period. According to him, the sensitization is aimed at ensuring good storage and distribution practice within the market because food products, when properly stored, guarantee the quality of food processed with it before consumption. Mr. Azikiwe further urged members of the association to always insist on buying NAFDAC-registered frozen products that are locally manufactured, as the agency will not spare anybody who violates the policy of the federal government, which NAFDAC is mandated to enforce. He reminded the gathering that the federal government has long banned the importation of frozen chicken, turkey and catfish into the country. The Abuja office of NAFDAC, acting on the directive of the agency's Director General, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, recently carried out a sting operation on water factories within the FCT to ensure total compliance with good hygienic and good manufacturing practice by the sachet and table water producers. The leader of the team, Mrs. Uganze Nonye, the Deputy Director in charge of food inspection in the FCT, said some of the water factories visited in Gwarinpa area and Yanya started their production and sale without NAFDAC registration number. She said the facilities are producing without NAFDAC license, and for that reason, the illegal products will be destroyed to ensure public safety. Corroborating Mrs. Nonye's statement, the Director, FCT Office of NAFDAC, Mr. Kenneth Azikiwe, said the Director General directed the implementation of zero tolerance to all forms of counterfeiting, faking, and illegal manufacturing, adding that she has always made it clear in all her public engagement that she has zero tolerance for fake, substandard, and unwholesome food and other regulated products. Meanwhile, some of the water facilities visited in Nyanya were issued compliance directives to ensure that the gaps observed by NAFDAC inspectors are corrected before further production. Mr. Azikiwe, however, called on Nigerians to volunteer information whenever they suspect any illegal activities around them to help the agency carry out statutory mandates. The Emir of Jama'ah in Southern Kaduna State, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Isa Muhammadu, has commended the efforts of Professor Mojisola Adeyeye as the Director General of NAFDAC. This commendation was made when a team of NAFDAC personnel paid him a courtesy visit in his palace. According to the Emir, the efforts of Professor Mojisola Adeyeye in safeguarding public health are quite commendable. Speaking further, the Emir said the gains made by NAFDAC under the leadership of Professor Adeyeye, whom he described as a dynamic and erudite Director General, are unprecedented. The Royal Father added that the achievements of the NAFDAC DG are visible for all to see, because he also sees the programs and activities of NAFDAC under the DG's leadership in the media space. Acting swiftly on credible intelligence, the Kaduna State Office of NAFDAC successfully raided an outlet in Mando area of the state capital, where it uncovered and mopped up a wide range of expired carbonated and non-carbonated soft drinks displayed for sale to unsuspecting consumers following a diligent surveillance activity. The expired products could be injurious to health as their quality or wholesomeness cannot be guaranteed. Hence, the need for consumers to be more vigilant, especially as the festive season is around the corner and the demand for these products are on the rise. NAFDAC, under the leadership of the quintessential and pragmatic Director General, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, is indeed poised and determined to eradicate any violating products from circulation in line with the agency's core mandate of safeguarding public health. The estimated value of the seized product is put at 400,000 naira. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has commenced the enforcement of the ban on alcoholic beverages below 200 milligrams by clamping down on major distributors at Rumokoro Market, Port Harcourt. During the exercise, Large quantities of the banned alcoholic drinks of various brands were discovered in 2 shops. The drinks, running into hundreds of cartons in sachets and PET bottles, were put on hold as the traders became unruly, preventing NAFDAC officials from evacuating the products. NAFDAC Director, South-South Zone, pharmacist Shuku Maulibu, said that in 2018, the agency gave the manufacturers a 5-year window to stop the production of alcoholic beverages in sachet and PET bottles below 200 milligrams, which expired in December 2023. Adding that the ban was announced by the Director General, Professor Christiana Mojisola Adeyeye, in February 2024. Speaking further, the Director of the South-South Zone of NAFDAC said the ban of these alcoholic beverages was a decision of multilateral committees set up by the federal government that involves all stakeholders in the business, and NAFDAC will not stand by while the lives of young Nigerians are being endangered by spirits. He warned that the agency will come down hard on companies that are still producing those categories of drinks, while the mop-up of those found in supermarkets, shops, markets, and from hawkers will continue. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is investigating a case of suspected substandard Dickens amoxicillin 500 mg capsule manufactured by Ecomed Pharma Limited and marketed by Divine Kings Pharmaceutical Limited with lot number 4C639001. This information was contained in a press release issued by the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, recently. This investigation stemmed from reports of serious adverse drug reactions by patients that took the medication across the country. According to Ecomed Pharma Limited, reports of serious adverse drug reactions were received from a hospital that reported 3 cases of serious adverse drug reactions from patients administered with the batch of Dickens amoxicillin 500 mg. In the statement obtained from Mr. Kingsley Ekenyawo, the marketing authorization holder, capsule, Divine King Pharmaceutical Limited, all products were manufactured by Ecomed Pharma Limited. The manufacturer, Ecomed Pharma Limited, in his statement, claimed to have produced only 20 packets of the affected batch number 4C639001 for the purposes of renewal of its registration. He also claimed to have manufactured 1,961 packets, batch number 4C639002. However, 790 packs of batch 4C639001 with manufacturing date March 2024 and expiry date February 2027 were recalled, which he did not manufacture. The products have been sampled for laboratory analysis against the suspects, pharmacist Ekene Christopher, Ecomed Pharma Limited, and Mr. Kingsley Ekenyawo of Divine Kings Pharmaceutical Limited. The analysis is currently pending determination while the investigation is ongoing. Meanwhile, the quality control and production managers have been invited for further investigation. The Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, the agency that issued site license for the site, and the pharmacist in charge have been notified. The public is hereby warned to avoid the use of the suspected substandard Dickens amoxicillin 500 mg capsule. NAFDAC implores distributors, healthcare providers, and patients to exercise caution and vigilance within the supply chain to avoid distribution, administration, and use of the affected lots of the products. All medical products must be obtained from authorized and licensed suppliers. The product's authenticity and physical condition should be carefully checked. Anyone in possession of the affected lot is advised to immediately discontinue the sale or use and submit stock to the nearest NAFDAC office. If you have used this product or someone you know has used it or suffered any adverse reaction or event after use, you are advised to seek immediate medical advice from a qualified healthcare professional. That was NAFDAC Update. You have been updated.
This is where we wrap up this edition of NAFDAC and Your Health. Another very enlightening package will come your way again next week. If you have any information that could help NAFDAC in its war against unwholesome food products, drugs, cosmetics, and medical equipment, please reach out to NAFDAC.
You can reach NAFDAC via toll-free numbers. For inquiries, call 0700 162 3322. For complaints, call 0800 162 3322. You may also email NAFDAC at nafdac.gov.ng. If you have complaints about any form of misconduct, you can reach the Reforms Unit via email reforms@nafdac.gov.ng or call the Reforms hotlines on 0909 763 0506 or 0909 763 0507. NAFDAC, customer focused, agency minded.
Remember that it is criminal to import, produce, distribute, market, advertise, or sell unwholesome food products, drugs, cosmetics, and medical equipment. Do not engage in these acts, and please endeavor to report those who engage in them. Till we meet again next week, stay safe.